What's up, everyone? It's Holly, and I'm back with another video. Just want to say a thank you to the new subscribers. We're so glad you came to join us, and a big thank you to you returning subscribers for coming back to watch my videos. Y'all are the best. So today we're going to talk about some skincare stuff. I decided to go ahead and just make this video today because we're having a blizzard outside on April 10th. Not cool, but we're working through it. So I have a lot of downtime today, and I thought that this would be a great time to go ahead and make this video. I do have a lot of exciting makeup items coming in the mail. Some of them are delayed. The Jeffree Star products that I purchased are delayed because they had like a security breach and some theft out of one of their warehouses. I just got an email about that today saying hopefully it'll be shipped out by this weekend. And I have some stuff coming from ColourPop and some stuff that I ordered on top of my monthly Ipsy subscription. So all of those things should be coming here soon, and we will talk about them, but we're just going to take a quick pause and talk about some skincare, and then we will get back on the makeup train here soon. So, we have a lot to cover, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. First things first is cleansing your skin, whether it be or whether you wear a lot of makeup or just a little bit of makeup, but especially if you wear a lot of makeup, I recommend doing what's called a double cleansing process. So what I do is I take some baby wipes. I just use these little Huggies one and dones because they're nice and thick. And so I can usually take off most of the makeup in 1 or 2 wipes instead of using a thinner wipe where it takes much longer. And so these work really well, and I use it in combination with the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. This works great. It is oil-free, and it takes off even waterproof mascara. So I do enjoy this little combo here. However, after I do that, I've really just gotten the makeup off the surface of the skin. I haven't gotten down deep into the pores. So that's when you want to do your secondary cleansing process, the double. And I personally will use my Clarisonic and use this brush head that is for the cleansing of the face. And this works really nice because it like vibrates, so then it opens up the pores so you can get down in them really well. And it's crazy because after I clean it with the baby wipes and then I do this, I always have, because I usually take my shirt off to do this whole face washing thing at the sink, because I don't care who you are. It is almost impossible to wash your face at the sink without making a huge mess, water everywhere. I always put a towel down on the floor and have my towel ready to grab to wipe my face with. But it's amazing to me because I have foundation like running down my chest as I'm using this, even after I've already done the first step of the cleansing process. So I highly recommend getting a regimen that involves double cleansing, because then you're really cleaning your face well. And something like this really helps, but you can also use just a cleanser in your hands and just massage in really well, whatever your preference is. You don't have to go out and buy a Clarisonic for this. I bought it for this purpose, and I bought the foundation brush head to put my foundation on with it. So for me, it was a good investment, but for you, it may not be. So you can use your hands and, really get in there, or like a little face scrubbing towel. They make special ones for that. Whatever you're into. So I do that. So I've done the double cleansing process. All of the makeup is off my face. And the cleanser that I use currently when I'm washing my face, the second step, is this Exuberance Age Reverse Bioactive Wash. Gently exfoliates, stimulates cell renewal, and retextures skin. So this is supposed to leave your skin nice and smooth, but it is also supposed to help with aging. And this is what it looks like. I got this as part of, excuse me, a 4-piece set on sale during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. So you'll hear me mentioning some of these other products. The one thing that I really like about this is where I've only been using it for about a week, I have not been experiencing additional breakouts from it. Oftentimes when you change over your skincare products, you will get breakouts, and it's like you know, your skin is adjusting to the new product. And so a lot of times you'll notice a lot more blemishes, redness, irritation. I have not seen this while using this product. So that's a big plus. And especially since I'm using 3 of their other products all at the same time, my face has not suffered as a result. So big plus on that. Again, this set, the 4-piece set was originally $80. I paid $40 for it. If I like it, I'm going to have to shell a lot more money out than that because it was 50% off when I bought it, but we'll just see. So far, so good though. So after I cleanse my face with all of that, then I put on a toner. And the toner that I use is this Lancome Tonique Pure Focus toner. And it says that it is a mattifying, purifying toner with white clay. So it's for oily skin. I have an oily T-zone. So when I put this on, I focus more in the T-zone area, and then I just do light swipes on the cheeks, and I always focus a lot on my neck area too because I have hormonal acne, and that means hormonal acne you get from like the neck down. You're not going to get a lot on your face. As you can see, I don't have many blemishes up on my face, but I do down here. But that's improving since I've been doing this routine, so that's a big plus as well. So this, it's got the white clay in the bottom, so it looks milky, and you're just going to want to give it a shake. I pour a little bit on a cotton round, and I start on my nose because they say that this is pore minimizing. And so I start on the nose and right here on my cheeks because those are where my pores are the most emphasized. Then I do the T-zone, then I do the neck, and then I just use whatever little bit is left over on the cheeks. And even after using doing the double cleansing process, sometimes on my cotton round, I'll still see little residue from my makeup on the cotton round. And so this toner takes that last little bit off of the face and gets it out of the pores and stuff. So I definitely recommend this step. This is $27. You don't have to buy some fancy toner, but if you want something that's going to be very focused on your problem issues, then this type of thing is a good buy. Lancome has multiple toners to do multiple different things. So you might even want to go into Ulta or Macy's or somewhere and have them help you figure out what kind's best for you. Rumor has it that this was discontinued. And so for a long time, it was completely sold out everywhere. I bought it one time from Belk and one time from Lord & Taylor, just because I just searched online to find it anywhere. But then I got emailed saying that it was back in stock at Ulta. So fingers crossed this one is not discontinued, or I'll be on the search for something else. But if you do want a mattifying toner and one that could be pore minimizing, I do highly recommend this. Okay, so let's keep it moving. The next thing that I do, and this is all at night, okay? The next thing I do is I use this Exuberance Age Reverse Eye Contour. It lifts, reduces puffiness, and smooths wrinkles. So I just take, this has a little pump on it. I just take a little tiny baby bit, like just a drop, like the size of like a Q-tip, the cotton on the end of a Q-tip, like that round, but not that tall. And I just really massage it under here, up here, and then I put a little bit up here on this part of my eyelid because that's kind of where crow's feet can get going. And I do the same on the other eye, just really massage it in well. It will still feel a little bit moist, but it's not going to be like, you know, oily, greasy feeling. And this has, okay, what I've heard and based on my research, this is not a permanent fix, but as long as you continue to use it, it does smooth out your lines and wrinkles. So they have like temporary smoothing properties in it. And I'm down for that until I figure out something that's going to be more of a permanent fix that's not like $300 for a tiny baby jar. So this is my process, but I definitely recommend getting some kind of eye cream, especially if you're like 30 to 35 and older. You're going to want to go ahead and start doing this process because if you do it sooner rather than later, you won't have as much of a problem when it comes time where those wrinkles would really start to be showing as you age. So that's my next step. And P.S., I don't love taking all of these steps, okay? This is not like the most fun thing ever for me. The part of my beauty routine that is my least favorite would either be skincare or blowing out my hair with the hair dryer. Like both of those things I don't enjoy doing, but if I want the results that I desire, I just gotta do it. Just gotta suck it up and do it. It's part of life. Okay, so the next thing that I use is the Exuberance Age Reverse Night Lift. It firms, helps boost collagen, formulated to prevent oxidative damage. Sorry, couldn't see that. So this is, I just do like a tiny little pump and dot on both cheeks, tiny little pump nose, forehead, tiny little pump chin, and then 2 more tiny ones, 1 for each side of my neck, and I rub this in all over. I like this because it is moisturizing, but it is not greasy in the least. It does have a slight bit of a sting, but again, like I said, this regimen has not irritated my skin at all, so that little stinging is not harming me. All people have different skin types and different allergies and different irritants. So you're going to want to test this on a small area before you use it all over your face, just to make sure it works well for you. The thing I like about this, like I said, is that it's moisturizing without being greasy. I have a really hard time using any kind of moisturizer whatsoever on my face. For years, I didn't do it at all just because it would leave me greasy. It would break me out. I just couldn't find one that really worked well for my skin type. So I'm glad to have this. And again, I may end up repurchasing this just because it's not greasy. But again, you don't have to have these exact products. These are just things that you should be using so you can find whatever brand, price point, and type for different skin types works for you. This is just what I personally do. And then for the daytime, or that's all I do for the night. After that, I'm done, go to bed, it's over. So then when I wake up in the morning, I use the Lancome toner. Well, first I take a baby wipe and I just wipe my face just to get any excess oil off. This is if I'm not showering first thing in the morning. Sometimes I shower in the morning, sometimes in the evening. It just depends. So if I'm not showering first thing in the morning, I'll take a baby wipe and just wipe off any excess oil that may have presented itself overnight. Then I go back to the Lancome toner and I do the exact same thing that I did the night before. And then you're going to want to start out with some kind of moisturizer on your face. Again, this has been a problem I have. Okay, so we're going to get into some makeup details here for just a minute. One of my biggest pet peeves ever, and there are a few YouTubers that I'm thinking about right now that are on the larger scale that do this, and it irks me to no end. If you have super oily skin, you do not want to use a thick, greasy moisturizer in the morning before you put your makeup on, and then use a moisturizing primer on top of that. Don't do it. One, reviews foundations, that's one thing that she's really well known for. She uses a moisturizer and then the Smashbox Primerizer, which is a moisturizer and primer in one on her face before she puts the foundation on. And her face is like a grease pit. She's always complaining about it. She gives the foundation poor reviews because it's so oily and it's breaking apart. Well, no wonder, because you're not setting the foundation up for success. You're not setting your makeup for the day up for success if you're starting out with a really oily surface. So previously, before I got this Exuberance line, I would not do a moisturizer in the morning. I would only do it at night before bed. And this is very recent. Like I said, for years I didn't use it at all. But I would only use it at night before I went to bed. Now I use this Age Reverse Day Repair. It's got an SPF of 30 in it. It firms, targets uneven pigment, and fights free radical damage. So that's what the day one looks like. My light's not really letting you see it that well. Okay, so I do use this, and then I use a mattifying pore minimizing primer, which if you've watched this channel at all, you know that I use Benefit the Pore Fessional. I've tried several. There's one, the Touch and Soul No Problem, that I want to try. I tried to pick it up during Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, and they were sold out in the morning first thing. So I wasn't able to get it at the discounted price, but I'm going to pick it up at full price just to try it because I've heard great things about it. But other than that one that I've heard about, this one for me personally works the best. It makes me feel like I'm starting with a clean slate before I start putting my face products like foundation, concealer, powders, etc. So I do like this one. Make sure that you just get a primer that is geared toward your skin type. I can't preach that enough. And again, that's like such a pet peeve to me because I'm like, why? Why are you slapping a bunch of greasy stuff on your face and then getting upset when your foundation slips everywhere? Like, why? Also, when you use products with a whole lot of silicone, dimethicone, and then you use a foundation like that, a lot of times you're going to experience a slippery surface as well. But these are the things that just set me up for success. If you can't find a moisturizer that is lightly moisturizing enough, such as this one, this is very, very light. If you can't find one, then skip it in the morning. Just use it before bed and then wash it off before you start your makeup routine. But again, if you're an oily skin girl like me, you do not need moisturizing primer. I'm going to say it 500 times. You hear all the time people preaching, you need to moisturize your skin. You need to moisturize your skin. Okay, but if your body is already producing excessive natural oils, you're not going to need nearly as much moisturization. Is that even a word? You're not going to need as much of that as someone who has dry, flaky, peely skin. Like they have trouble, the opposite kind of trouble that we have. Their trouble is getting like their makeup to go on smoothly because they'll have, you know, some scales, some flakes, things like that of skin shedding off because it's so dry. So just remember that when people are hollering and yelling about moisturizing, that's fine, but you need to do it when it works best for your skin type. So moisturize at night and in the morning. If you have dry skin, just moisturize at night. If you have oily skin, or find some kind of moisturizer that's like water-based, doesn't leave your skin feeling all oily and gross before you've even started your makeup routine. So I'm sorry to get so like preachy on that, but it just full-blown irks me to no end when I see people doing this. I'm just like, have you even read anything about skincare? Or have you watched videos from people who have read something about skincare and they're trying to instruct you on it? Like, you don't even have to do the reading, just watch a video, whatever. So that's all for my skincare routine. Currently, I am going to, when I do my monthly or bi-monthly favorites and fails, I'm going to include this skincare line and let you all know kind of what I think after using it for a few weeks, because it's just been a week so far. But so far so good, because I'm not having any breakouts. It's agreeing really well with my skin. Again, if you buy something like this, test it on a small little patch of skin before you use it fully so you know if it's going to irritate your skin or not. But yeah, I think that's it. I think I've covered everything I wanted to talk about. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please come back and watch again. Like I said, we have tons of exciting things that I'm just waiting to arrive here. They've been ordered, so hopefully we'll get it here soon. And otherwise, take care, God bless, and have a great day. See you next time. Bye.